Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another interesting video. Well, this time it will be part 2 on the 2005 Sierra 6.6 liter diesel LLY FICM. This is coming from Louisiana, Travis White. All right, so this is his FICM. I have it, as you can see, everything connected, including injectors. I have only injectors for one bank. And the reason I do that, well, only because I have so far just 6 of them. But in order to run the test properly, you need to have the 8. But I can remove and move to the other bank, and that's exactly what I'm going to do in the video. So you and Travis can see the full function of these tests. I have not showed this before, but I want to do it because I have another FICM here from Andy. He sent it because he has the P2149, which is the bank of injectors. I think it's bank 1, which is injector 1, 7, 6, and 4, if I remember properly. And that is his concern. I already repaired that FICM before, and he sent it to retest because he said he cannot get rid of that fault code. But I will do that video after this one. All right, so with Travis, his concern, it says engine died while driving plus 2 miles after leaving home, and it has not cranked since incident. The wiring harness were checked and were in good condition. Truck was sent to a diesel mechanic to confirm the FICM was the cause, but could not make the repairs or replacement. The engine did not show any signs of failure prior. All right, that's Andy's note. All right, so I have, hold on, just to show you all the connections in there. I had the picoscope automotive connected right here, right? So that is that blue box right there. I have one channel connected to the command coming from the computer over to the FICM. I have an M clamp onto one of the injectors command, and I also have another channel onto the control. Now the command, the control, right? We're going to call command the one from the computer, and then control, which is coming from the FICM over to the injectors. I will definitely hear the injectors working in here. So I have also, let me just see on the display. I might have to, let me just 1 second, guys, because I did something that I don't want to do. I just can do this. All right, so if you have any modules that you need to repair, FICMs or instrument clusters, any ECM, DME from any European vehicle, I am here to help you. And I am a very unique repair shop because I will show you before and after. I usually record videos for all the customers. Sometimes they don't want to disperse a video and it stays private. But if that's not the case, then I will record a video full before and after. All right, this is my website. My website is MikeSalazarDiagnostics.com. My name is spelled N-A-I-C. And here, this is the homepage, you have this white box. If you click in there, that will download a Word document that you need to fill with all your contact information. It's very self-explanatory, part numbers, and the concerns. If you want to email me, go over to the black box that says click here to email us. That will open your email browser either in your phone or in the PC, right? You have also the chat button on the right bottom corner. That is the chat. If you do that, please leave your information in there, like telephone or email, then I can contact you. We have the shipping address and everything in here. You can scroll down. This is a full website. We all have all these menus and services, book, reviews, and so on. Again, just to keep it short. Connection wise, I go over to the first video and I want to show you all the connections, and I got plenty. This will be in a list of a playlist that I have for the FICMs. I will probably just put the link in the description of this video for that playlist so you can watch all the rest of the videos that I have done multiple tests on these ones. All right, let's go back to here. All right, let me put the, let me just see what I need to do. I'm going to put the picoscope. I'm going to put the scanner that I have connected, and the other one is going to be, let me see what I have, that one, meter, team viewer. I don't think I have done that one, so I'm gonna have to do it manually. It's the full probe. All right, so the full probe is the simulator that I'm going to be using to control this computer. I got everything ready to go and connected. As you see, well, I have actually an error. I'm going to have to close the full probe and restart it. Not sure why I lost that, because I have all powers. Let me just double check that. Yeah, everything is, but yeah. I think I'm out of subscription with the full probe, and I'm going to have to pay because it's kind of cutting out in there because of that reason. All right, so checking the license on that. Give me 1 second. As you see there, well, I don't think it shows up in there, but yeah, it's out of license. So I'm going to select. In this one, I select my own signal. This is the cam and crank correlation signals. So I'm just putting all the windows that I need in this in order to run. Now that I'm here, I am going also to turn terminal 30 and terminal 15 on. And then I'm going to load a configuration that I have already for these FICMs, when I have already everything ready to go. All right, so the only thing that I need to check in here is this one. For some reason, I need to move it back and forth for the full probe to read, but that should be all ready to go. All right, let's go over to the scanner. So I'm going to move. Let me just make sure that does not change anything in there. Not sure why it's showing that window and not the one I need. So give me 1 second, guys, to make sure that we are in the correct, because it's not changing. 1 second. Yeah, now it's correct. Not sure why I didn't upload the correct image. All right, so again on the scanner, let me go first over to the display the codes. I'm going to go fill this ignition, and I'm going to disregard anything that we have here. I just want to show that we got the 2149 in here. All right, so we got the P2149 injection position voltage control circuit group 2. All right, why? Because I don't have that group connected. I want to make sure that you see that. And I think it's probably injector 5 or so. Yeah, we got injector 8. So on data side of injectors, let me just read the notes I have here. No, not in here. So we have on that bank, we have injectors 2, 3, 5, and 8 are in that same bank that will give us that full 2149. So P2149 is the one group that is not connected, and it's showing right now injector 8. It will set up any one because none of them are connected. But that is also good because we can see now that we have communication. Travis was completely dead, no communication. It wasn't even turning on. Luckily for Travis, it didn't need the injector pre-driver that will increase the repair. And I'm very transparent with all my customers. I sell to him, if it's a normal repair, it will cost you this much. If it needs the injector pre-driver, that will increase the cost to this much. And he's like, okay, thank you so much. I'm glad that you tell me that. I need a fix. But I am completely transparent, completely honest. If he needs it, needs it. If he doesn't need it, he doesn't need it. And in his, didn't need it so far because I have actually not checked the order from bank of injectors, but we will do it together. All right. So let's go back to the data pits. Remember that P2149 because I'm going to stop the video after we do this set first, and then I'll show you the other injectors, and then we'll have a different fault code. All right, so let's go to data display, and here I'm just going to go to engine data 2. I was actually looking for a lot of this information online to see how it looks, and it was impossible to find. All right, so you're going to see that in this case, I got an APP reading 50%. That's only because I don't have a pedal position sensor connected. And actually what I did is in here, you'll see I have some potentiometers connected to there so I can give the values for APP1, APP2, and APP3. They're not in the perfect sync matter, but it's enough for me to run the tests, and I have those values saved so I can use it at any time I need. But so we need desired fuel rail pressure and also the actual fuel rail pressure. Make sure that we got a good coolant temperature sensor, and that's on. All right, so let's run this. I'm going to put it into, let's say, 850 RPMs. I'm going to go over to the picoscope. So I'm going to stop that capture. I'm going to keep it running, so not sure if the microphone picks that up or not. But what I want to show you here is the blue channel is connected to injector number 1 command coming from the ECM, right? And the red channel is on the control side of injector number 6. So we can see that we have voltage. So the voltage on that injector control is 46 volts, and we can see that if I make a zoom in here, you will see that very distinctive waveform of the injector, which is good. Going back into the other channel, the blue channel, that signal is reading 4.6 volts, and we can see there is a two strike, kind of like a two strike, but it's just the signal. They have to look like this. So that is the correct signal. Hopefully you guys can see that. Sometimes it's not really the best view in there, but hopefully you guys can see it well. But this is a short and then a long. That is the command coming from the computer over to the FICM. And then on the green channel, all I have in there is just an amp clamp into 1 amp for one specific injector. And that is the signature that we see here is on the same 6 injector. Good or not, all I know is it's running. All right, so and I can show that it is running right now. So we can see I'm going to increase the time so we can see more activations in the screen. So this is again a full capture. We can see command 1, and then injector 6 and injector 6 amperage. So the FICM is running, right? Everything is looking good, and we only have that bank of injectors giving us. Oops, I did something that I shouldn't have done, because when I do that, it goes out away from the screen. All right, so but if we go over to the scanner, I'm going to exit this and go back over to the full. Oops, too much. Over to the full codes. Display full codes, and then fail this ignition. I want to show you that we still got the injector number 8, and we got the fault for group 2 P2149. All right, so I'm going to turn the computer off, and I'm going to switch the injectors. Make sure that you see how the injectors are now connected to that side. The wires are on this side, and the other wires are now on this side. So I'm going to move that a little bit to make the connection proper, and we're going to test the other side of injector. So give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got everything swapped. As you see, I moved the FICM over to that side, and now all the injectors that were connected are unplugged. So that's the other group of injectors. All right, so I'm going to turn this on. Well, let me put everything on the screen, right? It will be important. All right, so we got that, and we got the picoscope. All right, so let's go first to codes. All right, so let's go over to erase the codes. Make sure we've still got communication with the scanner. Not sure why it's taking so long to start a communication. Oh, I just heard the module connected again. Yeah, that is, yep. You see it was not connected in here, and the bottom of the module of the scanner was not connected. So let's go over to clear the full codes. Yes, we want to see that, and then now display the full codes. Fail this ignition. Still showing the same full code, so I'm gonna have to probably do it again, maybe run it. Let me run it one time. All right, let me reconnect, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, everything is now reconnected. So yeah, it was just a loose connection in one of the injectors. And this is very important, because if you have a loose connection in one of the injectors and it's repetitive, 2 cycles, like 2 engine revolutions, it would shut down the entire bank of injectors. And this is very important. And thus I have been trying to completely perfection my testing in here, so I can completely with confidence tell the customers your FICM is 100% repaired. I forgot to mention that I have the BCM connected, so I can actually give the pass lock code, and I have done the entire sequence to completely program and do this to the vehicle. All right, so let's go into here. So hopefully you guys can see in there that, well, we no longer have the injector 8, we only have now injector 6, which is on the other bank that we have not connected. And I'm going to scroll down if I can in here. Yeah, and now we have P2146. The P2149, which it was for group 2, is no longer there. Now we have P2146 group 1. I don't have that one connected. So, but that is already telling me the FICM is 100% fixed. All right, so the next thing that I want to do is show the signals. So let me put some RPMs. All right, so you can see I am actually in this time connected the amp clamp and the signal onto the same injector number 8. So the signal that you see on the blue channel is on injector 8 coming from the command, coming from the ECM, and then the red channel is the control side of injector, and the green channel is the amp clamp as I had before. All right, so let me stop that capture. And now we can see, you know, what we have, right? So this is again a little far away. But if we go into check one event, we can see the injector signal on the red. We can see the injector, this is the red is the command, sorry, the control, not the command, the control from the FICM to the injector. The blue is the same command from the ECM. We got around the same voltage, right, 4.6, and we can see that short and long pulse. Let me make this a little bigger so we can see this even better. Yeah, that's much better. So you can see on the right side, the blue, like short and long. We got the red, which is the injector control command, sorry. And then the amperage on the bottom, again, it's just an amp clamp. So disregard the look, but all I'm looking for is to make sure that we had everything in there. But yeah, so Travis, your FICM is working 100%. This is the proof in here so that your FICM is fully repaired. So I'm going to contact you, collect payment, and send this your way. Guys, thank you so much for visiting the channel. Stay tuned because I'm coming with Andy's. I want to double check that one, especially since I have Travis in here. In case something is missing, I can duplicate the signals on or the test and make sure everything is fine. But yeah, it took me a little longer. I don't know why with this full probe I have to come out of the sequence and then restart it when I disconnect the injectors. But that is, I mean, it's just a little bit of a time. Also, if you want to see, I forgot to show this, the voltage is still 46.56 volts. Make sure that we are using the correct tool when you're doing tests, because it's a high voltage. It's just a spike, because if we see after the word command, it goes down to around 20 volts, which is still considered high voltage. All right, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have a FICM, I am your expert. I will fix it 100%. All right, guys, see you next time. Bye-bye.